Hello?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. No, because sometimes when the energy comes in very strong, I have to say things. And because I feel that, just talking to you, it just all of a sudden it makes me feel like, because that's what I do. I work with people as well as the dog. And I keep on telling, like today, I was telling you, like, oh, I got to work on this client because they came in early. And it was weird because this dog has coming to me for the past 10 years, and it stopped coming because I was living out in LA, and it came in and it started to scratch again. And then when I was working on the dog, the back leg, I said something is wrong with the leg. And she said, no, it's not. And I said, no, it is. And then she's like, oh my God, in 2017, it had a surgery. And then I said, oh, okay. And then when that happens, like then I'm opening up that channel, and then somebody comes in, and then your grandmother comes in, and she's just smiling so bad. And she has such a beautiful heart. And so she said, can you pass on something over to Mary? And so I'm sorry if I pass that on, but she just she's kind of pushy. She's kind of pushy and demanding, but she's a sweetheart. And she know that you haven't been where you want to be in a many facet of life, but she said that you need to keep on feeling that strong energy because she's always there for you, even though she's physically not there. She's there with you very strong spiritually, and she does talk with your boys, your kids. And so sometimes you wonder, don't wonder, she's there. Yeah, she's there. Does that make sense?
Wow. Yeah, it does. Oh,
What happened?
are you a medium? I'm sorry, I'm just curious if you are.
Yes, I am.
Or I'm sorry, somebody passed this message along. Oh my gosh.
I am. And that's why sometimes when people with that happens when I do things, because people, I kind of sometimes just, it's just energy. It's over there. She's sitting over there. I see her. She's very beautiful, very elegant. She's very refined, and she's very strong. She was the matriarch of the family, and she has that presence. And when she has a presence, she says that you also have it as well too. And you need to pick up your shoulders up and lift up.
Wow.
And so she said there is sometimes things happen in life, but she said that that's when she comes and really, there's a Kolohe one over there in your family, but she said that it's fine because he's very artistic in many ways of viewing through life, very gifted. And so she said that, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm wondering who's the Lohe, unless it's my husband, but yeah, I'm just, oh, this is very overwhelming, and I've never felt this before.
You're opening your
Very
heart.
first experience. Yeah.
You open your heart chakra.
Yeah.
Open your heart chakra. And she said you will feel the mana, because right now it's very strong, where ancestors are just coming all over. They're floating because they see us struggling, but they're there. And sometimes they need to talk story. So they come, and I don't know why. Like sometimes I'm like, why am I keep on talking story with you? And then I'm like, okay, somebody's just very too strong. It's coming in, and I need to tell them the message. And if I did that to scare you, that's not my intention. My intention is to give you good energy and good love, and open this. You feeling it right now, this feeling?
I felt it. When you said grandma, I was like, wow. like somehow you were able to like connect with me through a phone that I've never felt throughout my 15 years working here, and that's just crazy. Like I watch a lot of the medium. What was his name? That young boy does MTV celebrity, or not MTV, but celebrities. I watch it, you know, but I have not personally experienced it. So for you to say that, it was just like, wow, now I understand the feeling what celebrities go through when they're able to connect from the other side and basically become the messenger from the other side to them. You know, it may not make sense to you, but for the other person that's receiving this message, it makes sense to them. So, wow, never had I imagined to even experience this. That's just so weird.
I'm sorry.
But yet a great feeling in a way, because you know I feel like that was a message I needed to hear in some one way or another. Because sometimes I do wonder if she's still around. And she was like very special to me, a very very special woman to me.
Yes, and
she raised me.
Yeah, so that's why I don't know. She would zoom right over here. I was like,
yeah,
you know, and for me is, and I do this, and you can watch me on my YouTube channel, because sometimes it's just so strong when I get messages. It comes like a
even
conduit.
That's crazy.
And now I'm feeling you, and she just comes in, and it's like a gift that I have that I cannot erase. It just happens. And so for me, that is so important, because there's so much different kind of businesses and so much different kind of entrepreneur, but this conduit is so strong that I want to just share it with people like you too, so you can just feel what people feel when they connect with me and people, you know, that this is real. This is like, it's not made up, like you just say. You see it on TV. What's his name? Tyler something? That young boy. Is
I
that?
think his name is Tyler. I forgot, but he also has a Netflix series. I forgot what it was called. Where this one is not celebrity. It's just normal people like you and I, who he come across with, and he does this sketch on his book, and somehow that's how he connects, even with objects or things, and then boom, he has like this strong feeling and communication with the other side, which in turn, basically, he just exactly what you're doing. Just a message comes in and shares it, and although it may not make sense to you, it makes sense to the person that's receiving the message. So that's what I felt like I was experiencing, and it's just so funny. You said grandma, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, what is this? So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just like,
Don't be sorry. And if you know, if no, the thing is that this is the kind of things that I want to share with people, that it's okay when we let go, because you let go, all of a sudden you didn't know what was it. It's all of a sudden like, how did I go on this roller coaster ride? But I'm just gonna ride it because she's saying something that's making sense.
How I felt. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm like in and out. Like, is this for real? Like, am I? Yeah, I'm like, pinch me. I mean, there's no one here to pinch me, but I'm just like, wow. Never had I imagined to go through this. So, but otherwise, I am appreciative of that. It's something that I wanted long time ago that I didn't get. To hear it now, it's just, wow, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be able to speak this message from your grandma. And it feels like a breath of fresh air, and she's really shining right now. And you know, I want you to see, because I'm videotaping this, because this light is unbelievable. It's in my room, in my present right now. It's like, I just looked into the screen, and it's like lighting right into the phone right now, this energy. I'm not joking.
Wow.
And so she's confirming to me that she's with you all the time. And I'm literally bringing the phone up to her energy. And it's a huge energy, this, woo, and saying that she is always there for you. So whenever you need, and you haven't done it for a long time, to talk to her, she's listening.
Yeah, it's so funny. I haven't.
No, you haven't. So that's why she needed to
She
come.
probably makes me that
Oh,
she used you to talk to me.
yeah, she's like, hello, knock, knock.
It
Do you remember me?
was very, very special. Like, very, very special.
How long you haven't talking to her?
Since I was 7, I'm now 36.
You
She
see?
passed away. So, yeah.
But you know that she's
But I
always.
talked to her in between.
Yeah, you did. But then all of a
But
sudden,
it's been a long time.
yeah.
I haven't. So I guess 'cause I was after having my son, I talked to her here and there, but I guess now, like, I'm starting to find myself again, and I don't need to forget her, but I still have her in the back of my mind. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I'm finding myself again, you know, and I haven't been able to talk to her or haven't said anything, and you know, as a mother trying to work and be there for them, I'm just so busy with life that I shouldn't forget her, but
No, you didn't forget her, and that's why don't
Yeah,
don't
not like
self-blame
forget,
yourself,
but
because it has
yeah.
nothing to do with self-blame. You just had a lot on your plate, and that's
Yeah.
why she's coming in and she's using me to tell you as a conduit, no worry, she gets your back. And how did I know that you had a son? How did I know that you had a son?
I don't know.
It's like
I
she
have
just
said son. I heard son, but it's a stepson, and I have my how do you say it? Biological son now who's 3, but I also have a daughter.
how did I know that it was it's like there was 2 boys?
I don't know. Yeah.
And I didn't know there was just 2, like biologically 2, but I saw 2 boys, and one of them is like it just came out as Kolohe, but just let it be because they're very gifted.
Alohe. What does Alohe mean? I'm sorry.
Kolohe means rascal.
Oh, that's my son.
Oh.
That's my son.
And she said, just let it go because he is very gifted and he means very well. So she said, no worries. She has her eyes on him.
Oh my God. That might be this for you.
I'm sorry? No, it's okay. Let it go, honey.
My husband. So worried sometimes. I'm like, he's very, very attached to me. Wow.
Yeah, because that energy of you had with your grandmother, he has with you. So it's like a generation of energy that's floating through. And so you're actually the medium of your grandmother between your son. Does that make sense?
Wait, I'm sorry. Come again. Can you come again?
Sure, no problem. What I'm saying is your grandmother is using you to go through your son. She is using your energy to go through your son. That's why he's so attached to you.
Oh.
So that's why she said, don't worry, I got your back, because she's covering and holding on to that energy of love that she poured onto you when you were little. And because she's not here in form, she's going through you to hold on to him. Does that make sense?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it does. It does.
And so she loves to see him being Kolohe, which means being a rascal. So just let him be, she said, because she got your back. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, yeah.
And because he's a very smart and gifted, he needs to be, he needs to have that freedom of energy to be.
Oh my gosh, he is smart. He is smart. He tried to say his name before he was 1 years old.
Yes. He is gifted. I mean, she is like,
how do I know he's special? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, he doesn't know his ABCs. He's in preschool. You know, I don't know if he's like, he's not smart like that, but he's very different.
No, it's not about the standard. It's not about ABC. That's the standard. That's beyond, like, that's easy for him. So he doesn't focus on that. He already knows it. His focus is on something much more deeper. Like, I mean, that's why she said, let him go, let him be free. This one is, I mean, like, yeah, I'm serious. And so don't worry.
Everything makes sense now.
Yeah. So don't worry. She got your back. She's taking care of everything. And that's why, even though you felt like she wasn't with you, she's always with you. And so she got you, and even though you know, things happen sometimes that we don't talk to our ancestors or people who passed on, and it's okay, because we're not doing something bad, not at all, because it's called life. But sometimes when things that you're getting confused or overwhelmed, or they come and they go use me, and I'm like, okay, yes, you must somehow be related to Mary, because you keep on coming and telling me to talk whatever you're saying, and now it makes sense. Does it make sense now?
Yeah. And this happened in our first call or just now?
It's just happening.
Oh, wow.
So when you're like, wait a minute, you're giving me chicken skin. Remember when you said that? Yeah, she was like descending down to this plane of energy, and then she started talking story, like she got the mic and she started talking story. It's like, okay, I'm just watching her, and I'm like, okay, I'm just telling you things, and I'm just like talking to you, and you're like, oh my God, like chicken skin. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just talking, and you're like, oh, that's my husband. I'm like, okay, that's your husband. I don't know, you know? And then once I'm spilling everything.
Grandma. So that's when I was like, what? Where did this grandma come from in our conversation? How did that all came about? And I was like, you know, out of nowhere you said it, and she was so special to me. And yeah, I just felt like an overwhelming emotion came through me, and I was like, wow. And when you said that, I'm sorry, Kolohe, sorry, I didn't know if you were referring to my husband, but you saying the Kolohe one is my son, and Kolohe means rascal. And
yeah, I said your two son. I said your two son because I see something connected to you, your energy with two, but I kept on seeing two boys, and then it ended up to be your stepson.
Well, I consider my husband as my son, and sometimes I think he is.
Oh, maybe he is your son. I don't know, but I just saw two. I'm just like babbling on what, what they're talking. I'm just being the interpreter, and that happens. And so I'm glad that it was, was it correct?
Well, I have two sons and one daughter. Again, I have the stepson and my biological son. So I don't know if you mean, because sometimes I do say that my husband is my son. I feel like he is, because I jokingly say, because I have to tell him what to do, unless it's that's what you meant as two sons. So I don't know if it's referring to my stepson or my husband, who I jokingly say he's my son.
But it end up to be, yeah, it end up to be your biological son that she's referring to. And and so now we got the message clear, which is that don't worry, she got your back. your present, she's confirming about her grandson, that he is gifted, and that she's holding on and guiding him through you. And so, that's the reason why he is like that. And so really you're being very, like, very blessed on what's going on in your life. And I'm glad that I was able to help convey the message over to you and make you feel complete for this year, I feel.
Yeah. I feel like this is the greatest gift I could ever ask for. I didn't need anything, but this message definitely hit home for me.
Oh,
thank you for the gift of being our messenger, and I probably won't be forgetting to talk to her ever again. Yeah, to talk to you.
Yeah, but now, yeah, I mean, so now you know that she's listening to you and she's there for you, not physically, but mentally, spiritually, and she's really holding on and guiding your son, and making sure that his gift is very much protected in this life. And we need more kids like him and parents like you to recognize, literally, for the next generation, it's not about all that bling bling and money. It's really about the human life that we really need to, polish that gift they have. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're blessed. You are super blessed, Mary.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
would say my husband, honestly, for this life we have, it's his hard work that makes us live a comfortable life, and through God. I don't know if you're a believer, but everything happens for a reason, and maybe it's my grandma too. It's part of everything that's going on in my life.
It is. It
Thank
is.
you.
Oh, you're welcome, my dear. And this is, huh?
I'll definitely be speaking with you then tomorrow in regards to the dosing issue.
Yeah. No worries, but you know what? This is my final message. It's like, that I want to close out on this session, as I call it, because it is a session. It gives you this really, and I, like, sometimes it happens like now it was just like boom, and it's like, whether she's going to accept it or not accept it, here it is. And I do that and people like freaked out, and I didn't mean to do that, but I mean to give you, a good happy message and telling you that, no worries, everything is all good. And that you are on a great journey for your future, for you and your family. And God, like you said, God is watching over you and blessing you every single day.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. So you take care.
During that time, it was raining and now the sun just brightened up. I was just like, that was the end. It's so crazy.
What happened? It was raining, and then now the sun is.
It was raining session, and now as you send that message, it just brightened up as if he's there with me right now. It's just so crazy.
And right now the sun, remember I told you I'm putting the sun, the ray that was going through my phone, it probably went through to the other side where you are. I'm not sure where you are.
Oh my gosh.
Mililani, so you know what? From Hawaii Kai to Mililani, I just sent over the sun and the energy over to you. And yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. I'm glad I was able to give you some sunshine from this side. And she's with you. She's with you. So take that energy, always cherish it. And I'm glad that you felt all of a sudden your heart was like, I don't know what's happening, but it's just exploding and opening.
Yeah, it's like that. Yes, exactly what I feel. I feel like my heart has opened up in so many ways too. Like how there's like like happy, excitement, and just everything like great. As if like all this weight has been lifted up. If that makes sense, it's just like all happiness right now.
Well, I am like,
I don't know. I'm not good at explaining, but
no, I understand.
I needed, honestly.
It's,
Yeah.
you know what it was? It was like the fairy godmother sprinkle you with glitter of happiness.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, that's actually my nickname, 77emuse, the energy fairy.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, my dear. All the best.
Hopefully we can do this for you and
Yes.
hoping for a great outcome for you.
Yes. Very well, Mary. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the sunshine with your grandmother and your ohana, your family. Take care.
Thank you.
Alrighty, aloha. Bye-bye.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.
Bye.